Dahoodpostman, Professor Pelican. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15th. Lock the door.
Postman, Jitu, did you ever make it to Pelican Bay?
No. When I was in the corporate shoot program and it was time to leave, I go to committee, they say, you got two choices. You can go to Pelican Bay or you can go to New Folsom. Both of them is your choice. What is your first choice? I said, okay, New Folsom, because I knew Pelican Bay was far away. So, but I was like, hey, they got some new joints out here, man. Centadella, Calipatria. What about them? We're like, no, man. You got two choices. New Folsom, Pelican Bay. So I asked to go to Pelican Bay. I asked to go to New Folsom. They sent me to New Folsom.
Do you think those two choices were like a max security like spots?
Yes.
The reason why they were sending people there?
Yes. And I believe them was the only two prisons that was accepting level 4 inmates coming out of the shoot program. That's just what I believe. There was only two places that was accepting level 4 inmates.
Do you think the administration might have suspect or even thought you might have been part of Blue Note or CCO or something, or an organization or cadre?
They just knew I was a crip. That's what they knew because of the stabbing incident I had in Tehachapi. So they knew I was a crip. That's the only thing I could think, because I never heard CCO or Blue Note, none of that in none of them committees. I've never heard none of that.
When it came to the Mexican Mafia and the AB in those level 4 yards, do you think their position was hedged by the CCOs and the administration, what gave them kind of like a little advantage, or actually gave them heads up on what you guys?
I'll tell you this, man. When I was in B facility, they didn't have no advantage. They did. It was some real live riders in there that did not play, and they didn't really have all them on that max yard at that time. They didn't have all them numbers that they be having, that we used to them having. They didn't have it like that. They didn't have it. There was no time that I was there that, as far as the Serranos, had any problems with no Crips or Bloods or Blacks when I was there. Something happened between, I'll say, the BGFs and the whites, and they stabbed the dude. Fletch. He was cool. He was the barber. I had no idea. That's what I'm saying. When you get there, everybody is in the game. No matter what you see, everybody, 100% is involved in some type of game. So I didn't know Fletch was no BGF.
So it wasn't no dudes just walking around there talking about I'm a Christian or I'm a Muslim.
Even if they was.
They was associated
with a gang.
With a gang.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Even if they was, they came in there being associated with a gang. You had to be in a gang, and I didn't get that. You know, shouts out to a brother, La T. I was in the shoe program with La T, and he told me, when I say, hey, man, I got my bus ticket, man, I'm going to New Folsom. He
Ain't that Kenny?
I don't know his name. That might be him, though.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I just know him as La T. And he told me, when I get to New Folsom, you're going to see my brother. And I did. I seen his brother. And his brother was the one that told the other guy, stay away from Jitu. Stay your ass away from him, homie. Let that little dude go home. Because if them Blue Notes come and get your ass again, and he with you, he don't know nothing about what's going on, so he just gonna help you, because he with you. So now, that's what you're supposed to do. You with somebody and something happening to him, you're supposed to help them, no matter what. So it's your job to make sure the person you with is worth being with.
Yeah, because when you form a bond with somebody, because that's just my experience. Where every time I went to prison, there was always one or two dudes I formed a bond with, and we stuck it out all the way. You know,
Well, before I go further,
go ahead.
I want to say my first time watching these type of videos with OG dudes, you know, speaking on their neighborhoods when they first came out. The first videos I seen, you was on them. And you, hey man, you said, man, we was playing baseball today. The next day we Crips.
That's what happened.
Hey, it wigged me out, man. So I'm in Lompoc. Shouts out to Smurf, Santana Block, my guy. We in the room together. You know, Smurf was a guy, you wasn't getting in that room with him unless he read your paperwork. So I was good. Smurf read my paperwork, I'm good. We in there kicking it. He whip out his photo album. I see a picture, you on it. I said, hey, that's the nigga. That's the OG nigga I'm talking about. He say, that's B brother. BK, my nigga over here? He said, yeah. You know, your little brother, man, is my guy.
Right.
Shouts out to BK Santana.
Shout out
man.
to BK.
That's my
little
guy,
brother.
man.
My little big brother.
Yeah. That's why I say, man, all your brothers? I said, all y'all tall like that? He like, nah, man, I've been tall. I said, you old. Baby, you ass nigga. But that's my boy, though. I just had to shoot him out, man. I had to make sure I did that. But yeah, watching them videos, I never thought that one day they'd be interviewing me. But I can, you know, back to, if you want to cut or not, back to the origination of 78th Street, man. Back to that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's go.
When Hard Time Hustle started in 1984, I was a young guy, I'm 13 years old, so I don't really understand what's going on. But these dudes are saying they're Hard Time Hustlers. Two of the main guys end up going to jail. And they kind of slowed everybody up from claiming. So 85, people really slowed up. 86, ain't nobody claiming. 87, I get out of camp, get out of juvie, out of one of them little placements, and everything is crossed out over here. You know, some dudes came through and crossed it out. So I'm saying that to say, what started back then in 84, by the time 87, was nothing. Until E-Rock got at me and said, let's start the neighborhood back up. And we started it back. So in 87, we started it back. We Hard Time Hustlers. And when I say 87, I mean like the summer of 87, like June, July of 87. By October of 88, we Hard Time Hustling Crips.
When you saw everything crossed out, how did that make you feel?
I really was like, who in the fuck is these niggas? And why would they come over here crossing out shit? That was my real thing. Like, what the fuck is that about? You know? What was these niggas? These niggas around the corner there. Like, nah, the niggas over there. You know? And he was like, man, let's start the hood back up. Go over there and fuck them niggas up. And we started back, man. Put on about 4 or 5 people, because we was all just a group of kids in the neighborhood, man. All our mamas knew each other. Like that, man. You know? Then, you know, niggas was claiming on me. We was doing our shit. And brought some more niggas on that was really with the gunplay. And we went on from there, man. Shouts out to Smoke Dog. When I say the homies that was from the hood, that was really with the gunplay. Smoke Dog. E-Rock. Demon. You know, we was really into the gunplay back then, man, you know.
And that's a lot of times, and that's what gives smaller hoods the edge, because the smaller hoods, more likely, you're going to have more dudes with gunplay than you are going to have in a bigger hood. Because 75% of dudes in these larger hoods, cheerleaders.
That's right.
25% are the real MFers.
I got that. Hey, and you so real, because I heard that from, you know, shouts out to another G on me, Baby Gangster. He the main one said that. I heard him say that. 75% of the dudes just hanging out, drinking, kicking it, claiming. 25% of us is going out. But back then it was more, when you say smaller hoods, it ain't that many of us.
Shout out to the homie G. He just lost his son too. I just want to get that in, man. Rest in peace,
PK was telling me about that, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. But I just today, I subscribed to his channel.
Okay. So go back to your point.
Is that we, as a unit, was more like a family. That's really my point. We was more like a family. All of our mothers knew each other, man. We all went to El Monte because we didn't have no money. We went out there to hustle, man. And I was at the forefront. I was at the forefront of that. I'm the one told niggas, when you come out here, this is the $20 rock. Sell 6 of these, $100, $20 is yours. All the way until you can sell enough to where you can buy you a double up. And I'm gonna take you where I go. And you get your own. And that's what my deal was. Everybody get their own. Everybody is their own. Let's get this money, man. As a unit, we can be together, man.
Lock the door.
Straight out of Compton, original streets. Grew up with the lion, see what the criminals see. Now he a giant and a pivotal key. Got it down to a science, this the visual streets. He came up with Bullet, he came up with Turtle. Live life to the fullest, he put it all in the journal. We dodging them bullets, we jumping them hurdles. It's the Dahoodpostman, we in the streets universal.
Dahoodpostman, Professor Pelican. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15th. Lock the door.